Hi everyone, it's Wezi here, and today I want to talk about this one skill that you should develop for you to be able to get any job. Have you ever wondered that there are some other people, it seems it's much easier for them to get a job? Whenever they apply for a job, they're called for interviews, and whenever they do the interviews, they're successful. Have you ever wondered, like, why is it like this person is always successful at getting jobs? They change within a year, they can be able to change like 2 jobs or 3 jobs, and very good jobs. Have you ever wondered? Now, today I want to tell you one of the skills that these people have. It's a secret, but I want you guys to get it. Yeah, I want you guys to get it. But anyway, so I think along the way you understand to say it's not like a secret. It's just something that these people have developed along the way. I just want to talk about this skill that these people have is the art or the skill of selling yourself. That's it. As easy as that. They know how to sell themselves. So I want to tell you how you can be able to develop this art of selling yourself. So this will work like if you're looking for a job, this one will work. But now there are a lot of things that have to be done for you to be able to master this skill. But I mean, it all takes practice. I mean, I started trying to do this, and trust me, I was able to be called for interviews, and I was able to be able to get jobs in God's providence, in God's grace. I mean, that has worked for me. So how can you be able to develop this skill of selling yourself, or how can you be able to do it? Now the first thing that you have to do, or the first, what should I call it, the first attribute to this skill is confidence. Guys, you just have to be confident. Now what does, or how does confidence come? I mean, confidence comes from preparation. Trust me, you just have to prepare, whether it's for the interviews, whether it's you preparing a CV or the application itself that you're making. You just have to prepare, and then you'll be able to do it confidently. So that's how you can be able to build confidence. As simple as that. Trust me, prepare, and then you'll be very confident. So how does this now apply in the job search? Now, when you're applying for a job, I mean, you're confident that they'll be able to pick you up because you've done a lot of preparation. Like you've been able to read, you've been able to, you're like, you understand what they want. And then when you are making the application, you're sure, like, this is what they want and I'm applying. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you apply for a job just for the sake of adding numbers to like how many jobs you have, to how many jobs you have applied for? I mean, you're like, I doubt if they'll take me, but you know what, I'll add it to the list as one of the jobs that I've applied for. But that's not what the approach like these people that I'm talking about take. They look at the position or the vacancy and they're like, you know what, I can be successful at this. And then they go through it, and then they look at the requirements, and then they're able to say, okay, you know what, do I fit? I'll apply for it. So that's what happens with these people. And you know what happens? They're able to be called for the interviews. So in this one, I'll say it's not like a numbers game. Let me just apply for many jobs. No, but apply for those jobs that you see fit, that you can be able to be called for interviews. So that's the first trait to this art of selling yourself. Now, what's the second one? The second point is learn to tell your story. Now, the good thing about this is, or I should say, the beautiful thing about this is, everyone has their own story. So no one can tell your story much better than you can. You can tell it yourself. So that's like you have an unfair advantage on this one. Yeah. So just make sure you perfect how you're able to tell your story. And trust me, this will work wonders, and it will work like miracles. Trust me. So you just have to make sure that you get good at telling your story in a captivating manner. So you can do this by practice, or you can do it by practice, like with a friend, and say, you know what, I want to sell myself. It would be like a pitch that I'm making to you. You should tell me how I sound. I mean, they can be able to judge you and say, you know what, maybe you should improve on this, you should improve on that. So it's much easier if you have a friend that can be able to coach you or teach you. So yeah, that's one of the ways for you to improve in the art of selling yourself. Now, the third trait that I'd add to the art of selling yourself is having a proper online presence. Now, what I really mean by this is, I'm not saying you should just be tweeting, you should just be writing about work or things like those. No, I mean, have fun, do whatever you want to do on the social media. But then, if you have an online presence that somehow talks about your work, which I'd always recommend LinkedIn, to say, get on LinkedIn, follow like the industry leaders there, comment on their posts. I mean, get into some debates. I mean, it's like you're trying to build a voice for yourself, and then people notice. Trust me, you may not have a big following, but people notice. They're able to say, okay, this guy makes comments about, let's say in my example, in my case, or this guy makes comments about procurement. Oh, seems to be like someone in procurement. So just make sure that you have like a proper online presence. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a brand. It's more of like branding yourself. So you just have to make sure that you have a proper brand online as well. So yeah, that's point number what, 3. Now, point number 4, make sure that you learn more about your field. Guys, this one is very important. Make sure that you learn more about your field. Now, this one, that I really mean is learn about the new industry trends, or like what's trending. Is it like AI? Is it like what? Whatever is trending in your field. Make sure that you're able to read through. It's not like you have to know everything, but you just have to know like what's trending in recent times. And now, why is this important? This is very important because when you're called for interviews, or when you're like either applying for a job, you can be able to make some reference to something that has just happened recently. Yeah, so you'll be seen as someone who is always abreast with like recent information. Like that's how it works. So yeah, just make sure that you keep yourself updated, or you keep learning. It really does help. All right, so the last point, which might be like the first one in a way, but this one is to learn the nonverbal cues, or nonverbal communication, I should say. Because as much as, yeah, we're able to speak and everything, but then the nonverbal cues are the ones that like people are able to see you and say, okay, this guy is confident or this guy is not. Yeah. So like make sure you maintain eye contact, make sure you smile a little bit, like the one that I'm doing. No, it's not a good one, but something like that. Yeah. So just make sure that you're able to master like nonverbal cues, because I mean, how you present yourself also makes much of a difference. So yeah, guys, these were some of the 5 tips that I thought I'd share with you guys for you to learn the art of selling yourself. And trust me, if you get to master this skill, you'll be able to get any job that you want, or many jobs that you apply for. Yeah, let me put it that way. So yeah, I hope you find these videos helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.